So Aquarius, the Seven of Wands here, it is surrounding your entire reading. This is about communication, people who love and care about you. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got an idea. Everybody thinks they know what's best for you, okay? It's one of those type cards. But you have your own wand, as you can see. And so you're going to have to sort through all this information that people are throwing at you here. You may just go with your own thoughts and your own thoughts only, or there may be some information in here that will be helpful for you in moving forward. In your highest energy, I have the Empress. This is the card for Libra or Taurus. One of those might be strong in someone's chart here around this reading. But the Empress, this is your energy. You are a beautiful soul. All cards are male or female. And you are loving, you're kind, you're thoughtful, respectful, you're considerate, and I can go on and on. If you're a parent, you're a really good parent. So you deserve good things. You deserve the best, okay? Whoever you decide to move forward with now must have a lot of these same qualities for it to work. So these are the strongest cards, the strongest energy cards in your entire reading. So the universe is reminding you of what you deserve, who you are, and you've got some other people, you've got people coming in with their opinions and thoughts about what you should do and how you should do it. But you have your own wand, so that means you have your own mind, okay? I have the Ace of Pentacles next to the Empress and right above the Seven of Wands. Wow, there's an offer of commitment here. Maybe everybody thinks that they know what's best for you. Maybe there was going to be an offer of commitment coming in. And people are going to be like whether or not you should accept it, okay? And why you should or should not accept an offer coming in. Remember, if it's about commitment, they must have a lot of the same qualities that you have. I have the Ace of Swords right next to the Ace of Pentacles. Truth, clarity is very enlightening. Look at the light all around the sword. Communication. Well, you know, there's communication coming in. And it is truthful, honest, and clear communication. This is going to help you decide how to move forward or whether or not to accept some offer that is coming in for you. I have the Five of Cups under the Empress. You have been disappointed in love before. Maybe even in this particular person. Your cups are tipped over, 3 of them. But there's 2 cups of hope right above this figure. This is what I call the card of hope. So the Five of Cups is kind of where you're at in your mind. And then you have these other things to deal with here. This commitment is a big, big thing. Next to the Five of Cups is the overall energy of that Seven of Wands. You know, people probably, you know, I feel like some of them are saying don't do it, and others are saying, well, maybe you should. You know, because you're on the fence. I got the Two of Pentacles next to the Seven of Wands and right under the Ace of Swords. You're on the fence on what to do here. You're standing on one leg. You're trying to stay balanced. You got pentacles in each arm. And you can only stay in this position for so long before you're just going to have to give way. So you need to make a choice. There's a decision here that needs to be made, and it will be easier and easiest for you to make this decision with the most truth and clarity you can gather up. I have the King of Wands right under the Five of Cups. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that might be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. But with the King of Wands, male or female, and all the kings and queens are very mature thinking. You're holding a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. You're not moving forward. You're thinking about it, okay? As you see, this person is just standing there. This king is standing there. They have the wand. They're also passionate. But they have the wand, but they're really not moving forward. This King of Wands is next to the Four of Wands. This King of Wands is your soulmate. This King of Wands, there's a very strong connection between you and the King of Wands. King of Wands wants to move forward. They're going to make you an offer of commitment. But they have hurt you before. They've spilled your cups of love before. So that's why it's such a hard decision to make in moving forward with them in a commitment. Well, the Four of Wands is right next to the King of Wands. They are a very strong soulmate. See the 1111? There's union between two people. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of joy associated with this card. A lot of celebration. This can be a card of marriage. I think they're going to propose. I think there's a proposal coming in for those of you this resonates with. And it might be from a fire sign, or they might have fire in their chart someplace. But, yeah, it's like you're taking time to think about this. And, it's like the battle of the thoughts, the battle of the mind here. You're trying to stay balanced. You're trying to make the right decision. And you know you're going to have to make a decision. You need truth. You need clarity to make the right decision. I have the Eight of Pentacles next to the Four of Wands and right under the Two of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles, this is focusing and building on your future, thinking about your future. Can they be a partner in moving forward in a commitment? Can they help build a future together with you? I think this is part of your questions here. I know that you can do it. You're the Empress. You can do it, definitely. You have your own pentacles. But can they stick to this? Can they really stick to this commitment that they're presenting to you? I think that's part of the question here. Yes, it is. With the Fool card, I think they've hurt you before, like I said before. They may have cheated on you. You've had tower moments with them before. Your relationship here, this soulmate relationship, is mostly based on passion. There's a lot of passion here. We got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So, it might be mostly passion than anything else in this relationship. I have the Fool next to the Ace of Swords. The truth and the clarity is, I think you jumped into this relationship pretty quickly. I think it was because of the passion. I got the Queen of Wands here for you, okay? Queen of Wands is the most passionate card in the deck, and I will get to that. So, Fool's energy, leaping into things without looking. It's like, throwing caution to the wind. It's really fun. It's carefree until you reach the edge of the cliff. And then you start to look forward towards a future and something more grounded. And you usually don't do that at the same time. I think that is what happened, is you were ready to come out of the Fool's energy. They weren't. It was hurtful for you. But then it looks like they decide that they do want to. And it's like they go overboard and now they want a commitment. I think that they wanted a third party or had a third party. I have the Devil card here. This is toxic energy. Look, 3 people in that card. 3's a crowd. And it stops that pentacle from coming forward. Well, they think they can give up that kind of life and become committed and stable. I think that's your worry right there. So this is the card for Capricorn, completely different than the toxic energy. So Capricorn might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. So Aquarius, the Fool's energy. It's like, I really think that the other person was enjoying having their freedom and then coming to see you and coming and going, I have the Six of Swords right on the other side of the Devil, of the toxic energy here. The Six of Swords is you're moving away from that toxic energy, kind of slowly. You're moving, there's the dark skies, dark waters. You're picking up swords of truth and clarity, like with that Ace of Swords there. And this is helping you to move forward towards the light. So I think you're going to make a decision. It's just a hard one for you. I have the Tower under the Fool and next to the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they've totally blown up your life before. They've turned it upside down. I think it's that toxic energy and the fool's energy that's done it, that they were carrying and bringing into your life. So the tower moment, you can't really shake that tower moment. That tower moment is next to the Two of Pentacles, and that's what's got you worried now about moving forward in a commitment with someone. I do have the Queen of Wands next to the Tower and under the Devil. Very, very passionate. The most passionate card in the deck. This is your energy. It's a fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, that might be strong in your chart someplace. But the energy, this is yours. And you are holding a wand of fresh starts and new beginnings. I know you want to move forward, but you're moving forward from this toxic energy. It falls right between the Devil and the Tower. But this is your relationship with your soulmate. It's all about passion. I think that's basically, it's like a powerful, passionate connection that you have with this person, okay? And that's what's making it difficult. The Eight of Cups is next to the Queen of Wands and right under the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're turning your back on that. I think you're turning your back on the passion. I don't think you're going to accept this offer. The moon is out. It's shining a guiding light in the darkness for you to follow in order to move away from these dead cups of love. I think they destroyed this love that you had. I do think that you were falling in love with them. I do think that you kind of wanted a commitment. But then other things happened, and you changed your mind. You're just really not feeling the way that you did about this person who is in your life, male or female. I have the Three of Pentacles under the Tower. Again, can suggest a third party. It is about not seeing eye to eye on how to move forward. Butting of heads here going on right under the Tower card. There could have been a huge argument too being under the Tower card. And it's all over this Fool's energy. They didn't want to come out of it, and they didn't want to work on the relationship. So yeah, you have passion for this person, but I don't think everything is in place for this. I don't think they have a lot of the same qualities that you do. I'll put it right out there. So I have the Judgment card under the Queen of Wands and next to the Three of Pentacles. There's your guardian angels and spirit guides, and they're blowing the horn down on you. You know, this has all been a spiritual lesson, and it's probably how to remember who you are and what you deserve in your life. Okay? So don't get into something if your gut's telling you that this is not going to last or this is not the right thing for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. So you're waking up to a spiritual lesson. And this is all about your self-worth. You know, don't let your passions get the best of you. It can do that. The passions can do that. And it's next, the Judgment card is right next to the Queen of Swords, which is under the Eight of Cups. Having your sword out for truth and clarity. This is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. You're an air sign. This is a card for Aquarius. So you have your sword out, and you're being very strong. You're speaking your truth. I think you're going to come right out and have to present your decision to this offer that's going to be made to you. And you're going to ask for their truth and clarity. It's like a conversation, and all of this is going to help you to move forward. It's all been a spiritual lesson. Now, I want to remind you, when you learn a spiritual lesson, you're rewarded by the universe. The reward is not showing up yet in this reading, because this reading is just talking about what you're going through to get to the point of making the decision. But I do feel that you will be moving on your own. It's a kind of a slow journey for you, but you're doing it. It's card 7. And it says, be open to success. So I'm going to read this card to you. Look at all the wonderful things you can do when you listen to your divine guidance. You've balanced so many different priorities and have come out a winner. So you're going to do it again. You're going to come out a winner. There will be a lot of recognition and praise headed your way, but don't be shy. Allow others to shower you with the gratitude you deserve. And that could be big part of the Seven of Wands, is once you make your decision, I think people are going to be kind of proud of you and happy of the decision that you do make about this offer. And you're making it on your own. You're making this decision on your own. Some people may be trying to help, and they could have some good advice, but you're going to do it yourself. You've got your own wand.